Today I'm going to be surviving 10 days in the most notorious server, the Dream SMP. On normal survival Minecraft of course, visiting famous sites like the Pandora's box where Dream used to be in prison. Can we take over the Dream SMP and survive the next days of the 10 days? Oh, you're gonna have to stick around to the end to find out. Anyways, this is 10 days in the Dream SMP. Day 1 started off with a bang with me punching wood for materials. I ended up crafting a crafting table for later use, but then I wanted to see the landscape of this world and find where I was going. So I decided to collect some dirt for a better view. And on my way to the Dream SMP world, I visited George McFound's house before it was destroyed. I ended up collecting a bed so I can sleep because the real George wasn't using it. And of course the chests were empty, so I decided to use the oak wood from earlier to craft some tools. Making my way to the main Dream SMP land, I checked every chest but found nothing. Also killed some chickens in the way for some food, but then I saw this portal where I'll be using to go to the end. Visiting the community house and killing a bunch of chickens. Sorry guys if this scared you, I was just hungry for some chicken. But then I saw the Prime Church, which should be called the Subscriber Church, because you can click the subscribe button right now and see what happens next. Sorry guys, I just had to do it. Anyways, I began to collect armor from the Prime Church for protection. I decided to go to this place which looked like a heart, where there was furnaces to cook my chicken, and rightfully so I did that. As the sky started going dark, I decided to end day 1 with some food cooking. I woke up from my sleep and decided to move from this area and collect my stuff, wanting to explore more of the Dream SMP sites. I stumbled across a wheat farm where I took all the wheat, but because I'm nice I planted it back. With the wheat I decided to craft some bread, which will come in good use later. The next plan was to mine, and I needed some stone and torches so I can do that. So I wanted to get charcoal to make the torches, which was a different way of crafting torches but a much easier way without mining. Before I went down I needed snow because I didn't want to mine with a wooden pickaxe. I began to make a furnace and stone tools. After the smelt was done, it was time for me to craft some torches for the mine. Sorting out my inventory and planned mining was a goal. As I went down to the mine, I noticed some skeleton down there and I defeated them with ease. After that I was looking for a place to sleep, but the monsters were too near, so I dug a hole where I could sleep. But there was a creeper and I had to kill it, almost scaring me to death. I slept. Starting day 3 in the mines, I began bridging because the lava could have killed me, and mining a way to find a place to mine. And with my luck, iron started appearing, and iron was needed because of the tools to get diamond. Also, coal was getting mined because I needed to smelt the iron. Because I didn't break the furnace, I crafted a new one to smelt. Waiting for my stuff to smelt, I collected 1 iron to build a shield. And trust me, shields are OP in Minecraft. And with the rest of the iron, I crafted some tools for later stuff. Mining continued, and with my luck, I found diamonds. But of course, this had to happen. 1, 2... No, I didn't know. Bro, that's my 1 diamond gone. I got 4 diamonds, which could have been 5, but the lava destroyed it. And trust me, I was annoyed at that moment. With diamonds, I saw more iron to craft my armor. And of course, I started getting lost in a mine. It was almost like a loop. With the diamonds I crafted a pick because of the obsidian needed for the enchantment table. But I don't really think people want to see me mine obsidian, so I'm going to speed this bit up. After I crafted a bucket to collect the ore so the lava doesn't get me, but once again I found diamonds, but this time I wasn't letting the lava stop me. Crafting a sword was the best choice because it would have been good on the ender dragon. I began to craft my armor and save it for enchantments. It was time to get out of the mine, so I decided to build my way out. The sun was already closing on day 4, so I made the hotel my home. I woke up in a hotel, placing all my stuff in a chest, sorting out my inventory, with the next plan to craft a bow which was vital in the ender dragon fight. So I decided to venture out my hotel and explore every place until I found a string for the bow. And to my surprise, McDonald's had string and books with some food in there. Going back into the hotel to craft a book and the enchantment table. The next plan was to find arrows so I can use the bow. So I ended up not finding arrows, so I returned home to sleep. Day 6 started off with me leaving the hotel to mine some stuff to defeat the ender dragon. So I dug down, which is rule 1 of Minecraft, do not dig down. But it led to a mine that I found the past day. The mine ended up leaving me with a bunch of creepers, which I had to take out. Jumping down this big water fountain to see if I can find some gold and diamonds. As I started to mine this area, with my luck, gold was there, and I mined it for later use. I ended up finding lapis, which could be used for enchantments, and gold next to it, which you can say is a golden mine. With my luck, diamond appeared, and I was excited because I needed to craft a diamond chest piece for the fight. More gold appeared in the mine, which I ended up collecting. And then I saw cobblestone I built from days earlier. Covered the lava with water so I didn't die. There was some leftover stuff which I didn't find from the last mine, so I found it today, like the gold from there and more diamonds. I decided it was better to end day 6 here, so I slept in the mine. I started the mine up because I gathered enough materials for the mine, which I would use for the fight. The next plan was to enchant all of my armor and weapons for the ender dragon fight. All the armor and weapons were being crafted and ready to be enchanted. I remember there being an enchantment table room in the Dream SMP, so I looked at this video and found where it was. Surviving by the water, which saved me. With my surprise, I saw a poison spider spawner that helped me with my experience level for enchantments. One by one I started to enchant every armor and weapon, but some of the enchants were bad with only getting proc 2. But hey, it will help later on. I think the sword was one of my luckiest risky enchantments because of looting free. If you don't know what looting is, it increases your chance of getting pearls when killing an enderman or killing blazes for blaze rod, and I needed blade rods, so the sword would come in handy. I thought it was perfect to end my day here, so the next day would be in the nether. The first plan was to get out that room and return home so I can gather some stuff for the nether. I took all of the important stuff needed, which included food and resources for building, because the nether at some times could be a tricky place to navigate. Food was important because you can never have enough, and with that I saw wheat, and wheat was important for bread. You can see why I'm going here to get wheat from the early days, so I can survive, and of course I plant them back. Why wouldn't I? One of the things I noticed was my armor was damaged, and so I decided to go to Prime Church and get a new pair of prime armor, which I didn't think would go well in the nether, but oh well. So I go inside the nether pool and rushed inside, only to have a bad spawn where the lava is everywhere. The only thing I could do was bridge to a safe spot, as I began to get the netherite from mining so I could go down to a normal height, finally making it down to see the fortress. It seems my luck wasn't so bad after all, but I had to find the entrance of the fortress, so I decided it was best to build up to get a better view, but only to find out the area was blocked off, bridging to see if I can find a blaze spawner, only just to explore the fortress for about 10 minutes to no luck of finding the spawner. I was frustrated at this point because I only had 2 days left for this world to complete it. As the frustration grew, as almost the game could hear my cries, I stumbled across the spawner. Killing the blaze were easy because of the looting free sword, so I get in between 2 or 3 blaze rods I kill, which I was happy about because the torture was coming to an end. Now that the blaze rods were done, it was time to mine for some gold and find a bastion, which took a lot of exploring. I started to train with the pillagers, but pillager trading is boring to watch, so I'm just gonna speed this bit up. The pool was all ready to go, and I needed to go home fast. As soon as I returned to the mainland, it was the night of the second to last day. It was time for me to mine some sand for the potions. As soon as I got enough sand, I paced to the enchantment room, and I mined down to craft these strength potions. And of course, the sand needed smelting first, and then crafted them into a glass bowl to only fill them with water. I then put the nether water into the brewing stand from the chip I got from the nether, and the potions were done, but I needed more, so I did it again. I had 5 strength potions on me, and that was enough for the fight. As soon as I built up, it hit day. I had no time to mess about, only to rush home and get prepared. All of the unnecessary stuff were placed in a chest, and I geared up to the brim to go for this fight, using the eyes of Ender to locate where this portal could be. One by one, the eyes popped off, and I could feel the Ender portal near. So I decided to put more and more, only to find a pool in a snow biome. I dug straight down into the eyes of the pool, not wasting my time for exploring. I placed the eyes in their respective places and entered the pool, building up to the main point of the end, only having to build to destroy the crystals. One by one, the crystals were going down, and the End Dragon had no choice just to watch me destroy its crystals. As my bow skills were hitting most of the crystals, and my pick was doing a large amount of pour of the crystal, it was time to face the Ender Dragon. All I could do is wait for the Ender Dragon to purge and shoot an arrow at it, so I decided to force the purge and build up, because I got this skill from Dream's Minecraft Manhunt videos. And the Ender Dragon came down, only for my sword to knock down his health by little. As chances came by, the Ender Dragon's health started going down, and it needed to be destroyed. By forcing it to purge, the Ender Dragon stood no chance against me, but it was my time to kill the Ender Dragon. However, all things everything have to come to an end. So that was 10 days in 1.16.4 Minecraft Dream SMP. If you enjoyed this one, maybe consider checking out this video next.